Hey, wow. Yeah, we're live now. My apologies to everybody who was sitting out there staring at blank screens or looking at the logo for the past half hour. Hopefully, we still have a viewer or two hanging in there. Wow. Yeah, that was just a disaster. I was wondering why no comments were coming through. Can't explain that one. We've reestablished the stream. We're back on. I guess the first thing that I should do here, it's a tradition, make sure that I am. Yep. Ooh, I am getting a little warm. 98.9. I think that's because I was panicking, trying to get the show going and figuring out what was going on. So, back. This is Co-Video Live TV episode number 8. It was a great show. You missed it, but we're. I was going to try and recreate it, but my guests that I did have on and thought that I had on are no longer available. So what we may end up doing is just postponing everything that occurred tonight and pushing that off to tomorrow. Our two guests that we had lined up had a good show and some good ideas. Um, I don't know if we are going to have any time to try and reestablish connection with those. Um, so, with that, I'm just going to say thanks for joining us, even if it was just for a minute or two. I thoroughly apologize for the issues that we had earlier. Neither of the guests that I had on and was interacting with live, what I thought was live, are presently available. So we're probably just going to wrap it up here and come back at it, unless there's somebody who we previously talked to who wants to get back in touch with me. That would be pretty funny to salvage the show. Right before the show started, I was trying to hurry up and get into the studio. We did start the original show a little late. The attempted show a little late was putting a toilet back in after taking it out to do some painting, do a little bathroom repainting. I'm sure there's a lot of remodeling going on out there that people are working on. So that was good. Got all the parts from, can I say Leaps? They're not a sponsor. Leaps Supply up in Highland. They're on their COVID-19 no contact with people or 6-foot people thing. So pulled up, handed them a shopping bag full of parts. I said, I need these to redo what I was working on. He set them down, came back with them. I took my credit card. This was all done at a safe social distance, right? Is that what we're calling it? So it brought up the point to me. I think people are getting used to transactions that involve a minimum amount of contact or interaction between people. And I was just talking to my previous guest about how that may impact the way that commerce goes about going forward, that online buying and a lack of seeing people is going to go up. I wonder what kind of impact that's going to have on the whole commercial situation. Picked up a piece of gear over at Best Buy today, ordered it online, pulled into one of the numbered spots, sent them a message that I was in the lot, spot number 2, and they described my car. A minute later, somebody came out with what I needed. I proved who I was with my ID, and I was on my way. It was actually kind of convenient. So that's the kind of thing that I wonder if we are going to be seeing a lot more of going forward. I see some guests on now. There are the comments. Hello, Cookie. I see Lee there. Larry Gorsuch is on. A few different people. So the guests that I had on earlier, I had Ron Ron Harlow from Ron Harlow Media, the Make My Day program. What I'm probably going to do is bring Ron on tomorrow. Hopefully he's available to join us then. And another guest, Ed Wantuck, was on, a good friend of mine as well. Both of us were talking about music. The two guests, a little bit about music, what was going on, but we got into music lists, what kind of music that people were listening to get themselves through the lockdown, the shelter in place, the Hoosier hunker down, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully both of them will send over the some of the recommendations that they had, and we'll put them up in the description of the video here. So kind of on the spot here, without 30 phase shifted 30 minutes late and without my two guests. Not much more to go into or get into to talk about here. I don't want to bore everybody. Just assure you that we will be back at it tomorrow with the full real show. Maybe we'll do 3 or 4 guests, cram them all in. Maybe we'll run over an extra half hour at that time. But I appreciate everybody spending the time to join. We're still working feverishly to get some of this new equipment up and running to make the viewing experience a little better. Torn between getting a little fancy and splashy or making it a little more simple and more calm, more simple environment. But with that, I'll say goodbye, good night. Sorry, my deep apologies for screwing this one up. That's what happens when you put an amateur in charge of a show. We'll be back at it tomorrow, better than before. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, even for this abbreviated show. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow for episode number 9 on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Thanks for joining us. And again, I'm sorry about the crash and burn today, but we'll be back at it tomorrow.